Alright, what's going on today, YouTube? Welcome back to your favorite cyclist YouTube channel. And this week, working on the Superfly. We're actually working on the pedals here and rebuilding these Crankbrothers Candy 3s that we got on the Superfly. But this process is going to be the same for any other Crankbrother pedals. Includes the egg beaters, candies. Now it's 50/50s from 2010 up until now. So stay tuned to this video, learn how to rebuild your pedals. But before we get into the video today, if you are new to my channel, make sure you head down below, hit that subscribe button for me. If you already are subscribed, make sure that little bell icon next to that is checked. That way you get notified every time I upload. That way you're not missing any tutorials, reviews, like quick talks, and of course rides we do on this channel, because it's all sorts of fun cycling stuff and you don't want to miss it. So let's get right on to rebuilding these pedals here and get these all set. So up here at the workbench here, a couple things you're gonna need. Of course, you're gonna need your rebuild kit here. It goes from Crankbrothers directly. Post a link in the description down to their rebuild kit. That way you can pick one up yourself. You're gonna need some Allen keys. You're gonna need a small ratchet set. Something with a really small, I can't remember what size it is, but it is a small size. You might be able to get away with 3/8, but 1/4 inch is gonna be your best bet there. And then if you have an older set of pedals like mine, you're gonna need a flathead screwdriver in order to take that cap off the end of them. Otherwise, it's gonna be an Allen key if you have a newer style pedal. So first thing we wanna do, we're gonna go ahead and open this package up here. And we'll go ahead, be careful with all of this, because it is all small stuff. There we go, don't lose any of it. All right, cool, so we got all that. And this is probably the largest instruction sheet I have ever seen for anything. And it covers it very, very well on how to do all of the rebuild process in here for any style of pedal, because they're all a little bit different. So I'm gonna open it up all the way just so you guys can see how big this is. And that takes up my whole workbench, just in the instructions. So as you can tell, I've got egg beaters right up here. This is gonna be your Candy 2, 3, 11 mallets, all gonna be down here. And then I think there's some on the back side too. Yep, 7, 11 mallets or candies, mallets and duros. And then the 50/50s are on the back. So anything you need, any instructions, gonna be right here on the sheet here when you order it. Just can't follow this along, that's what I'm here for. I'm here with the video to show you guys how exactly to get all of this set. And of course, you need some grease too. I almost forgot about that. You will need some grease in order to grease everything up afterwards. So let's go ahead and get right to this. Goals, first thing you want to do, of course, take off your pedals, both sides there, nice and easy. I'm going to do one at a time just because it's a lot easier. You don't get all mixed up with them all. So pretty much right here, just going to go right there on the flathead, get your flathead in there, and shouldn't be, hopefully not too, should be not too tight. And we're just going to go ahead and unscrew that right there. And we'll just set that off to the side once it's unscrewed. And then if you look inside, kind of see, there's a little bit of there's a little nut inside of there. So you gotta get that off there. So pretty much for that, you gotta grab your 1/4 inch, and I believe it is a 8mm there. Go ahead, pop it on your ratchet, make sure it's on loosened. And we're just gonna go ahead right here. And you might need to get your Allen key, or your, it's Allen key with these. Get your Allen key, put that on the other side there, just so you can kind of hold it and push against each other. There we go. Just like so. And we should just be able to nicely undo that the rest of the way. There we go. So you got the little nut out of there, set that off to the side too. And you should be able to slide this off all the way. So as you can see, that's your pedal spindle right there. So one thing you do want to check, make sure you don't have any massive wear on your pedal spindle. A little bit like right here, that's just where the pedal, or where the bearings sit, so that's okay. And same thing on this side. But there's like big flat spots, or it's all rusted out and not looking very good. Mine's just muddy. So you just want to make sure that all looks okay there. So that bearing there should just pop right out. Nice and easy. Now, you might need to get behind it. I use a little pick. You get behind it, you can use the Allen key. And there's your front little bearing there. So that's one of the ones we're definitely going to be replacing. So get that out. And then from there, pretty much got to take this pedal apart. So if you look right in the end of these here, so right there and right here, there's going to be a T25. So let's get whatever T25 you have. I have it on a socket here. So pretty much we'll go ahead right here. And we just got to take these take these big old bolts out, and they're a little long. And pretty much this is to get the pedal body apart. Otherwise, you're not able to actually access the inside of this. So there's one of those. All right, so there we go. So got those bolts out. So as you can tell, pedal body just comes right apart after that point. There we go. And there are some seals, so I believe these two seals get replaced. And I don't think there's anything in this one actually. And then there is a bushing here that gets replaced as well. Pretty much with these, just need to get in here. And let's see if we can get these to pop up easily or not. There we go. So right in here, actually there's two bushings. There's one little bushing and an O-ring in there, so make sure you get both of those out. Set those off to the side, do the same for this side of the body too. There you go. Bushing and the O-ring. Set those off to the side again too. So then this side, right here, of the body, if you can kind of see there's a little bit of grease where it is, right in the center there. You can it's kind of hard to see on the camera, but there's a little part in there that looks just like this, actually, is what it looks like. So that is inside of this pedal here. So you need to get that out. That's what this rod is for. That is in order to push this out through the other side. So you just gotta bang the heck out of it. So pretty much easiest way to do it, grab a socket. This one's like a 13mm. Let's set that right up on top there. Go grab our rod, put that right there, and that one just came out pretty easy. And you just smack it with the hammer a couple times. It should push that right out, just like so. So there you go. There's our little bushing that was in there. That's out now. Cool. So now actually you can see, looking right inside, and it is just orange in there. Perfect. All right. We need our axle here. So we got our pedal axle, pedal spindle. There's a little bushing or little seals right here on the end. Just gonna go ahead and pull those right off as well, because we're rebuilding this whole thing. And from that point, what we're gonna do, we're gonna go grab paper towel here. That way we can wipe everything down and kind of clean it all up before we re-grease it and put it all back together. That way it's all new, fresh grease, and everything's nice and happy. So that should be all clean there, so it should be all good. And then pretty much what we're gonna do, we're gonna go grab our pedal spindle here. Just again, make sure it's all cleaned up. And we're gonna look in here in our little parts that came with it. And we should have, oh, there it is. So we have one here, whoops. In this case it's blue, kind of has a little double ribbed kind of design to it. And then you have another one here, kind of has a little bit of a curve to it here. A little bit of curve, and that's just a single. It's pretty much when you reassemble. This one here with the little single, go ahead and push it down all the way right there. And with the curve pointing towards the body of it, and then the double one, you're gonna go ahead and push it down right on top of that, just like that, and you want it pointing up towards where the top will bolt on. So you can kind of see the air, it's like an arrow pointing up. That's where you're gonna want to put that. So I'll set that off to the side there. That one's good for now. And then we're gonna go ahead, grab the pedal body, the one we knocked that bearing, that little bushing out of, and we'll grab our new bushing, which is right here. These nice little black ones. And we pretty much just got to get it kind of lined up there. And we should be able to just kind of tap this in at least a little bit. Yep, there we go. So you can start tapping it in like that. And then after that point, once it's kind of in there and you can no longer hit it with the hammer, you can just grab a 10mm here. So grab your 10mm socket. And pretty much you just want to knock that thing in until it doesn't move anymore. That's pretty much all you gotta do. Which in my case should be right about there. There you go. So you just want to knock that in all the way till it doesn't move anymore. Nice and simple in that case. And then we're gonna go ahead, grab our little seals. So we're gonna need both parts of the body. Again, you have the little O-rings here, just like this. And we're gonna need to little O-ring, get that pushed in that one. Cool, so we've got our O-rings right in those spots there. And then you should have, here we go, I see what they're talking about. And then there's gonna be two little seals here. One is gonna be thicker, one's like a 4mm thickness, the other one's a 2. Shorter one is gonna go on the one with threads, which is this one. Is actually the one that's shallower, is how you're gonna know. But that one's just gonna go right on there, push on. There's that side. And then the 4mm, the bigger one, goes on the other side. And we just gotta get that pushed in. All right, and then we go ahead, grab our body part, or spring part here. And again, easy way to tell, deeper side, shallower side. Deeper side goes on this side, shallower side goes on the shallow side. There we go, just like that. I'm gonna go ahead, grab our bolts here. All right, so there is our pedal body all assembled again there. All right, and then the last thing we really gotta do. Yep, all right, so pretty much now we can go ahead grab your pedal spindle again. That's where you're gonna need your grease to go ahead and grease the pedal spindle here. So pretty much, looks all good there. Kind of brush it off, make sure there's no junk on it. There we go. All right, so pretty much I just go ahead, put some grease on there, make sure it goes all the way around the pedal. One of those things you can't put too much grease on. So it is your pedal. I mean, it's a pretty important part that gets a lot of use to it. So just like that, go ahead and coat that thing with a good, decent amount of grease on there. And grab our pedal. See, should be all good there. All right, so then we just go ahead, you're just gonna go ahead and slide your pedal right onto the spindle, just like so. And we're gonna need our new bearing. Let's go ahead, grab a new bearing. Just go ahead and push that right in the side. Push it down a little farther so you can get the threads. And then it does come with new little nuts for it. So go ahead, put your nut on there. Go, grab our little 8mm here. And torque spec on this, 4 Newton meters. And again, you're probably gonna need to use an Allen key on this side. Now what this is gonna do is it's gonna pretty much pull everything you just put together, all together. Go. All right, I should be very happy. Oh yes, that feels good. All right, so there is that. And then the last thing we gotta do on this pedal, that comes with brand new caps in there here too. I love these rebuild kits that come with everything you need. So pretty much your new cap, go ahead, screw that on, and it's much better than the screwdriver ones because it's actually gonna come out the next time that you need it. And this should be a 6mm. Let's see. Yep, there we go. It's a 6mm cap. Sad we do lose the orange caps, but this is a lot better design than those. All right, cool. Cap on. Give that a tight. I think this one's like 3 Newton meters or something. I mean, if you really care. There we go. Got that all tight. And pretty much from there, you just slide that seal up against the body of the pedal. That's gonna help seal up the outside. Wipe this all down here. Make sure it's all looking clean because you just rebuilt your pedal. Woohoo! All right. There we go. So now your pedal is all rebuilt. There should be no play. If you go grab here, there should be no play there. Should spin pretty good. It is going to be a little tighter, obviously. We're riding your old pedals that were worn out for a long time. It's going to be a little tighter going around, but it should ultimately feel really good. Really good and new. If you've had your pedals since new, it should feel just like they were when they were new. So that's pretty much the simple process of rebuilding your pedals. Just the same process for the other side as well. Nice and simple task to do. So that's how you go ahead and rebuild your Crankbrothers pedals and get them feeling nice and buttery smooth just like they came out of the box. So if you guys did enjoy this video, give it a big thumbs up. Appreciate the support. Any comments or questions, let me know down in the comment section below. Love talking to you guys. Love answering any questions you guys have. Again, I will post a link in the description below to this kit. That way you can rebuild your Crankbrothers without having to search for the kit for forever. It'll be right in the description for you to click. Thanks for watching today. We'll see you on the next video.